Welcome to the Astro Forecast, everyone. My name is Audrey. This is the reading for the Cosmic Dance for the stars, November 7th to the 9th, 2023. So this is a time where we're channeling the energy of the master teaching of the subconscious mind through the moon placement that is transiting Virgo. I'm going to wait a little bit. I see some people popping up. All right. Thank you for joining. I don't know. I feel like really big in this in this platform here. Like I feel like I take all the screen. I don't know what I did. But anyway, yeah, let me just back up and then I can't read anything. Hello. All right. Namaste, everyone. So Cosmic Dance. What is going on within the stars? I'm going to have to just go for like here. So you can look at this awesomeness in terms of sacred geometry. Some of you might recognize a grand trine here. You might recognize that we have some point of fate here, the shield of fate that creates a kite, okay? And on the other side as well, hyper protective energy. Now, this is good. I'll tell you why. Because we also have some energy that are a little bit tensed. More inside, it's going to contain everything. So it's a very good time right now as we're transiting in the moon, master teaching of your subconscious, through Virgo, the archetype of the blueprint holder. The one that knows how to lead you to the path, the way, okay? We have a great protective energy because we also have some challenges with this highly volatile T-square, okay? So some of you, you've been sharing with me that you also have a lot of squares in your natal chart. That's the most sacred geometry I have in my chart, 11 squares. Okay, so some of you, if you know this, you probably have a life that has been very conflicted, a lot of challenges, because those energies are friction, heat, okay? Let's bring up the heat. And as we're doing this, we're also protected because we have to understand those lessons. We also have what is called a mystical rectangle. You see the rectangle here? And with this cross here, that's same friction, but it's inside. It's kind of like inside the envelope, okay? So let's cover the messages for this very intense energy, but very protective. We're going to start with the master teaching of the subconscious and the master teaching of conscious self. So the sun and the moon, because ultimately, this is what we're learning from to know thyself, what we know and what we don't know. The other ones are teaching us other things, but right now we have a cluster of energy for the teachings of the subconscious, and we have a cluster here for the teaching of the conscious self. So what's going on here? The last degrees for the moon are talking about your inner work. So that means for you to know thyself, and especially what you don't know about thyself, you're going to want to take some time for yourself, especially with Venus that is now here in the degrees of Libra, that is just starting off, that speaks of the subconscious, the dreamer. The archetype of Libra, the zodiac archetype, is the dreamer, the one that sees the perfection of a vision so they can manifest it. But there's more steps. Remember, we got 12 steps of manifestation. 12 steps to enlightenment. And we repeat again, okay? So we have next to this little cluster, Kali. Kali is helping us to literally just clear the path, very fiery energy, clear the path of all the things that held us down. And that means there's a lot of inner work in the subconscious. So some of you, if you are just starting on this spiritual journey, make sure you journal. When you start journaling, especially whether it's after your meditation or after you wake up, as far as your dreams, even if you don't remember your dreams. I did this for 10 years. I don't know what motivated me. At the time, I didn't have my spiritual awakening, so I don't know where that came from, but I did this for 10 years. Probably because I had a lot of things going on in my dreams, okay? As you start doing this, even if it's just to write, I don't remember my dream, but I feel like this. I feel rested. I don't feel rested. This is going to help you start to do what we call automatic writing. Why do I mention this now? There is the reason why. The sun right now with Mars, master teacher of consciousness, master teacher of emotion, energy in motion that leads you to action. Okay, so when you do this here, it's in the degrees of Scorpio that speaks of mediumship, prophesizing. Okay, and that means here you have a perfect alignment for those 3 days, 7, 8, 9, okay, where the sun and the moon are allowing you, as you start writing, to be guided and channeling a little bit more of what may be blocking you. Obviously, this is something that is a constant truth as far as the alignment. That's something that is great for you to journal. I love that some people are already doing this. But when you align with the cosmos, there's some energies that allow more ease. Okay, so you don't have to work harder. You're supported. And right now we got 3 days where we can actually try. Some of you, if you never tried, perfect time to try something new. Okay? Some of you, go and check out my YouTube channel where I have some healing frequencies, and I'm not going to tell you which one to try. I want you to look at the healing frequencies and see which one calls you, so you can try with frequencies to kind of see if it helps. Personally, it helps me. It helps me put myself in a state of meditation much faster. By the way, also one thing that I want to share with you guys, if you just had coffee, forget about it, okay? Forget about it. If you just had any type of caffeine, you are already switched on beta brainwaves. Beta brainwaves are not allowing you to hear the subtle messages of your soul, of your heart. You're vibrating at a frequency that is maybe too high and too tense, okay? So that's something that I had to quit coffee by my higher guidance, okay? It's been 5 days and I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I was shown it is just an illusion, Audrey. You don't need this, okay? You got plenty of energy. This is interesting because here the master teacher of knowledge, Mercury, is in the placement of last degrees of Scorpio that speaks of being sovereign, being free, and being really in that place of understanding the creation, the mindfulness of your creation. And that means here, in order to feel sovereign, you're going to want to see what are your habits, what are your rituals, if they are binding you to something versus helping you and supporting you. Why am I saying this again? Because here, those placements, especially of Kali is in the degrees of Libra right now for a couple of days. That speaks of your routine, your daily habits. What do you do every day? What do you do every day? Do you start your day by meditating? Do you start your day by jumping to coffee? Like this morning, I actually tried it for myself. Like I was like, imagine right now you haven't drank water for 7-8 hours, nor eaten. And the first thing you're going to do is coffee? How dehydrating. I was like, of course, water. And then I was like, fruits. And first of all, I felt like I didn't need anything. I wanted my meditation. I wanted my time where everything was silent. By the way, that's something that can be very good for you if you have a hard time hearing. And what I mean by hearing, it's not just clairaudience, but feeling the alignment of your soul. When you are digesting food, you're not able to receive as much as far as the channeling because there's noise, believe it or not. And again, that depends on your sensitivity. But I know that the people that are following this channel my crowd is mainly a lot of empaths, okay? And the ones that are struggling to become a super empath, which is, making that gift of empathy become a superpower. So that means it's good. It gives you a lot more, when you're in silence, it gives you a lot more space for you to be sovereign, okay? And this seems to be important. I did not know that I was going to talk about this. Again, this is the channeling. I was guided to just go online and just go with it, okay? Here on the other side, remember we have some inner tension. We're trying to cancel that inner tension. So all the little advice that I'm giving you that might look like, what does it have to do with astrology? I do astrology to thrive. This helps me as an empath, as someone that used to be a sponge, hyper aware. This helps me know how to align with a greater energy that influences everyone. So I'm like, okay, got you guys. All right, everyone. So now we have here Neptune still in retrograde in last degrees of Pisces that is trying to end the patterns of all of you guys that are super empathetic to be influenced in your daily life, to be pressured to go and gravitate towards the things that are unhealthy to you, okay? And especially the things that rob your light. This is the placement of Uranus right now, still in retrograde. It speaks of joy. This is your light. This is how you shine. And this is very important because obviously if there's no joy, you wake up like, oh, I gotta go work and I gotta go do this and I gotta go do that. Oh, I gotta call back this person. I gotta go do this email. Gotta. Okay, so you gotta decide on a routine. Decide on some principles that are gonna be healthy for you. Okay, you guys, I'm just going to turn off those requests to go live with me because you're not invited. Exactly. You see just the attitude you just saw with me? That's the attitude I want you, all my empaths out there, turning into super empath. Didn't invite you in. Didn't you invite? No. I didn't send an invitation. Okay? So, let's continue because this is going to challenge you. My super empath, this is a moment for you to channel your sovereign self, to have boundaries. I do have a super empath playlist that can help you with psychic boundaries, psychic coercion, psychic manipulation, people trying to sway you into whatever serves their agenda, okay? And sometimes, it's not always, conscious, but you want to be conscious and aware of your energy and what you want and be in alignment with your soul's energy. And this is where we're going into the volatile. This is what we are being challenged because here, remember, this is the energy we talked about. It might be if you're an empath, if you've been feeling like you're going to blow up, it's because you have to address some of the things we addressed here. Okay, this is you learning how to have strong boundaries so you can be in alignment and in co-creation with source that is resonating with your own soul and your own heart. Not everyone's desires, but you're in alignment with source. So it's been contained, and here we have that challenge because it's telling you, it's showing you, you're going to have some triggers. This is about change. The universe wants you to turn into a different version of a butterfly, okay? You're in a cocoon, you are in a gestation stage, okay, sorry for my English, blah, blah, blah. All right? And you're going to want to expand your wings into a version that's going to be different, that's going to be much more free. I'm hearing free. Be free to feel that you can do things the way you want to do. And today you want to do it this way, and tomorrow you want to do it another. Fine by you if it's in alignment with you. Because that's trusting your higher guidance. That's making sure that you are maybe meeting the right person, matching the right event, being at the exact place that you need to be at whenever that's needed, okay? So those are things that are going to be challenging in terms of your boundaries, but we talked about certain things that can be helped. Now, we have this grand trine. That means here, remember, your habits, they are directly, this is a sacred geometry that gives you a lot of flow. Astrologer always kind of like glowed about this as far as like, this is very lucky, this is very lucky. It's a snowball effect. So it can be down or it could be up, okay? And what I mean by this, it's like if you're here, if you're in a habitual of getting up in the morning and just blah, 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 what are you feeding? You're snowballing here in Pluto, the master teacher of your transformation and power. In the degrees of Capricorn, that speaks of your mental patterns and especially prisons. But that also means that if you put it in the up, if you're feeding yourself with a good routine that helps and supports you as soul growth, okay, you're going to be able to escape the matrix, okay? You're going to be able to be the glitch of your own matrix, because remember, you're the one also creating your own patterns and creating what you're repeating. And thank you so much, Raphael, for following. Thank you for joining this page. Then here we have again Uranus, your master teacher of joy, here of growth. I said joy, of growth and evolution, but it's teaching you about joy. It wants you to enjoy life. I keep on hearing this. It's coming from every side. People, like messages that I see on Instagram, where enjoy your life. Try to make it worthwhile. Just wake up in the morning and be excited, just like when we were kids. Okay, so this, again, imagine that you're not in a good state, that you feel trapped. I gotta. You're feeding your matrix of imprisonment, and this becomes a habit, and this spins and spins and spins and spins. Do you understand what I'm saying about the grand trine being something that can be also negative, because it's like you're pushing a button and there's a whole chain of reaction that happens. So the universe protects us once again because it puts a little bit of thing here and here. You see there's a little protection shield, and it creates a kite, and you have here as a protection. If you are actually working on your sovereignty, on unshackling yourself from those illusionary thoughts of, I have to do this, I have to respond to this email now. By the way, my empaths out there, realize, especially you don't realize, you might be very, very psychic and telepathic. Might be the other person on the other side that's like, where's my email? Where's my response? Where's this? Where's that? And you're like, oh my God, I gotta do it. I know this why. Been pretty much all my life, but no more this year. And this is why I channel some of the frequency healing on my YouTube, you guys, because my hyper awareness of people's needs, because of my personal story, has made me very sensitive through even invisible realms of feeling people's expectations of me. We're not doing this anymore. Not doing this anymore. All right, let's move on here. We're not doing this anymore as far as letting ourselves being pressured by time to meet other people's expectation. Other people not being able, maybe they just expect your, response because they're not addressing whatever's going on with them truly. And you are just a mirror and a reflection and energy that they're trying to blame. Okay, so just watch that. It's very easy to get very confused. Why? Because we are living in a world where we haven't been raised with the awareness of having to self-master our own energy. We've been used to project. We've been used to judge and just kind of like, yeah. It's tiring. I don't know about you guys, but it's like, stop like shooting arrows and shit. Oh, speaking of arrows, I forgot about that one. All right, we got it here. Saturn to this. You know, sometimes I wonder if I need this, this background, because I just feel it. I didn't prepare this live. I was wondering why, but the universe and my higher self was like, you know this because you feel this, okay? And this is why I actually share it with you guys, because some of you understand that astrology, thank you, by the way, l'amuse mentor, with my French accent. I'm doing this because I'm trying to help my empaths out there stop feeling like this spiritual ascension process is awful and dreadful. Really, you're just awakened more to how much you were drained in the past. Now you have the awareness. That's all that's really feeling like, whoa, that's awful. It's because now you have the awareness and the sensitivity that you've been directed, projected on, or whatever. So this is a great way, at least for me, and the ones that resonate with this tool, to actually align and better yourself. So here, I love that protection, because we do have the ending of those cycles that are protecting us from keeping on thinking that. So what's going to happen is maybe you're going to be thinking negatively, or you're like brewing into something you're not thinking or whatever. And all of a sudden your phone is going to just pop up and it's going to have something that's going to be, hey, smile, something positive. Because right now the universe is cranking up the volume of manifestation for us to switch the gear when we're in the down spiral. Okay, so that's a lot of supportive energy. This is why I say it's a blessed time. It's a blessed time because you're going to literally have a lot more of signs and synchronicities that are going to come thanks to that secret geometry. The secret geometry helps because it channels an energy into a plan, okay? If you play any sports, you guys, you will understand. It's like we're playing a game. We have a tactic. We have a master way to address this, okay? So when I saw that, I was like, oh, I'm pumped. Yeah, this is a lot of work because we are empathetic, and some of us, it's like, oh my God, I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of being drained. But this is the universe saying, yes, you are tired, and I'm trying to free you. Okay? So that's what we have. Thank you so much, Hellbound Destined. I love it. Thank you. I have some people here that I haven't connected with in the past, so thank you so much for joining. So that's what we have for those 3 days of transit of the moon in Virgo. Now, some of you, if you want to start working on activating your own healer, activating your wounded healer, activating the one that knows how to transmute pain into love, making that shift from shit to gold. Sorry, Instagram, I have to say it. Okay, I created on my YouTube channel a Chiron wounded healer. Okay, so when you connect, you go to your chart, know where your Chiron is. Okay, right now it's in Aries, and what I did, I put the zodiac archetype that is in opposite. So if you're born with Aquarius Chiron, you're going to listen to Aquarius Leo. Why? Because those archetypes, they help you see both sides of the spectrum, and that's the only way you can start to cancel out having too much judgment, feeling pushed every direction. This was something, I've been working on for weeks, so I'm very excited about some of you, trying this out for yourself. It's been really helpful for me, feeling like I'm peeling off the layers of the old story. Thank you so much, So Cute Baby 1, 2, 3, for joining and following, you guys. This is all I have for today. I'm going to have some transit reading. For some of you, if you like astrology and you want more, I do some transit reading. We'll have Venus in Libra that we're going to cover this week. We're going to have Mercury in Sagittarius that we're going to cover. Then soon we'll have Mars in Sagittarius. So you know where it is in your chart and you know how it's going to affect you. It gives you lessons for you to self-master your energy. This is what I personally, this is why I love astrology. Sometimes I'm like, I'm not gonna look. And then I feel like, and then I look and I'm like, makes sense. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for your excitement. Obviously, I'm very excited and passionate about this. So thank you so much for joining. And I will see you for the next forecast when the moon goes and transit into Libra. Thank you so much. Namaste.